Welcome to this tutorial that demonstrates Searchlight's ability to search Microsoft Outlook files, which are files with a PST file extension. Searchlight will search any file that it finds within its search path. However, in order to search intelligently within an Outlook email file, the configuration key, process_pst_files, must be set to yes. If this configuration item is not set to yes, then Searchlight will just perform a binary search of any PST file that it encounters. So, first of all, let's ensure that the configuration item, process_pst_files, is set to yes. We do this by selecting the configuration menu, and then selecting the menu option Edit Current Configuration File, and then selecting All. Now, scroll down the list, and select the configuration item, process_pst_files. In order to enable the processing of PST files, ensure that this configuration item is set to yes. If it is set to no, then select yes from the allowed values, and then select Save. Now, select Exit, and select Yes to save changes. Now, when Searchlight encounters an Outlook PST file, Searchlight will search the contents of the emails contained within it. In addition, Searchlight will also search any files that are attached to an email. For this demonstration, let's now create a saved search definition that will search the PST files that have been copied to the directory called PST_files, which is a subdirectory of the directory test_data. It should be noted that this directory is not installed by default and has been copied to the test_data directory for the purposes of this demonstration. So, let's begin by first of all selecting the Search This Computer icon from the main screen. Now, select the Clear button, which will clear the default search definition that is displayed. Set the search name to Outlook PST files, and set the search directory to test_data/PST_files. One of the PST files in this directory contains some historical emails received from Love Film that contain information about the film Alien. So, in order to find those emails, we must ensure that the search word type is set to search word, and that the search word is set to the word alien. Now select the Save button, and confirm that this is a new record, in order to save this search definition. Now, simply select the Search button to start the search. After a short while, Searchlight reports that 4 files, and a total of 12 search words were found. Now, select Yes to view the results. The results screen shows 12 snippets of text, extracted from the emails, that were found to contain the search word alien. By selecting the File Names Radio button, we can see that only one of the PST files, namely lovefilm_test, was found to contain the search word alien. Now, select the Log File button, whereupon a more detailed log file of the search is displayed. As we scroll down, we can see a detailed description of each email that was found to contain the search word alien, along with the number of times that the search word alien was found. If Searchlight finds a search word within an Outlook PST file, it writes the contents of the email to a work file, and records the name of the work file in the log file. So, in this example, we can see that the search word alien was found twice in the email that was received on the 15th of December 2010, at a time of 1834, and the contents of that email were written to the work file 000077.txt. By default, work files within Searchlight are deleted on the completion of a search. As such, if you want to see the contents of a work file after a search completes, then the automatic deletion of work files must be disabled. This can be achieved by setting the configuration item delete_work_files_ automatically to no. This configuration item can be set in a similar way that the configuration item process_pst_files was set earlier. Email work files are written to the Searchlight subdirectory, work/mail. So, let's now load the work file 00077.txt to inspect its contents. Now we have the work file loaded in Notepad, we can search for the search word alien. On doing this, we can see that the search word alien occurred twice in the file, which matches the number of times that Searchlight reported that it had found it in the log file. It's worth mentioning here that each Searchlight search definition can be associated with its own configuration file. As such, if you want some search definitions to perform a deep search of Outlook files, but not others, then associate different configuration files with each search definition, and set the configuration items accordingly. In doing this, you will not have to modify the configuration items for the different types of searches you perform. Well, that concludes this brief tutorial on how to search the contents of a Microsoft Outlook file. I hope you found it useful, and don't forget to check out the many other Searchlight tutorials available. And thank you for watching.